How's it going, ladies and gents? I'm Mo and I'm a mixologist here at Black Flavour in Johannesburg. And first off, I'd like to welcome all of you to our DIY e-liquid mixing series. I'll be showing you guys how to make your own e-liquid in this very simple and easy yet comprehensive guide in the upcoming videos to follow. With everything in life, if you don't put in the physical effort required to learn a new skill, you'll never know how easy some things are to do. I mean, take me for example. When I started mixing, I had no clue what I was doing. How do I mix? How do I calculate? What tools do I need? Do I put nicotine or do I not put nicotine? All of it was a blur to me until I learned these basic steps in making a great flavor. And I'll be showing all of you these basic steps so that you can become the master mixer that you were always meant to be. This video will be an explanation of how I personally like to mix my e-liquid, and it is in no way the only way of mixing. There are tons of other methods that people use and they are all perfectly fine. Like I said, this is how I personally mix my flavor, and hopefully it works for you too. So let's get right into it then. Today's video will be an explanation of all the basic ingredients that you need to mix up a personal batch of juice for your friends and your family. What you see here in front of me is pretty much all you need to get started on your DIY journey. Let's get right into it. We start off with our base ingredients. Number 1, vegetable glycerin. Vegetable glycerin, or VG, is the primary liquid that is used to achieve vapor and cloud production while you're vaping. VG makes up the majority of your e-liquid, up to 80% in most cases, and this is where the term 70/30 or 80/20 comes from on your bottle of e-liquid. VG is sold in many different quantities at our store, which means you'll be able to purchase just the right quantity for the amount of e-liquid you'd like to make. Next up, we've got propylene glycol. More commonly known as PG, propylene glycol serves two main functions. Number 1, it acts as a flavor carrier, which means that it basically binds your flavors together so that your taste buds can achieve the full flavor experience when inhaling and exhaling. And number 2, it provides that satisfying throat hit that you feel while vaping. PG is also used in the manufacturing of flavor concentrates as well as nicotine. And that's pretty much it for our base ingredients. As you can see, no water or alcohol is used in the making of e-liquid, contrary to the popular myths spread by ignorant people to create fear and misunderstanding. And now we move on to the most important part of the mixture, and that is the flavor concentrate. These little guys are responsible for making your flavors taste like the candies and the fruits and the desserts that you all love to vape. Here at Black Flavour, we stock over 1,500 different flavors, which means the possible combinations are endless. You could mix up your own recipe, you could recreate a flavor that you once loved to vape, and also if you're feeling nostalgic, you could recreate that candy or that dessert that grandma used to make while you were growing up. Next up, we move on to nicotine. Nicotine is an optional ingredient, however, to most, including myself, it is a necessity. If you were once a smoker, you probably need that nicotine to give you the satisfaction and get you through the day. Be careful when handling nicotine in its raw form, as it is a dangerous chemical. Best to use gloves. Nicotine is sold in a few different concentrations and strengths at our store, and it's also sold in a base of PG and VG, as discussed in our previous point. And next up, we've got the tools that you need, mainly the digital scale. I would say the digital scale is the most important tool in your arsenal. Reason being, number 1, it's very accurate, which means that you guaranteed to get accurate results each time you mix. You could just take it, put your bottle on top of it, start throwing your concentrates, your PG, your VG, and you're guaranteed to come out with a great flavor. Number 2, consistency. Let's say you really love a specific recipe or a specific one shot and you mixing it over and over and over again. You are guaranteed to have the same exact flavor every time you mix it if you're using one of these digital scales. And thirdly, it eliminates the need for any other equipment such as syringes or pipettes, because like I showed you just now, you're just going to put your bottle on it directly and start adding your ingredients. And that is pretty much it. As you can see, not much required. This is all you need to mix up a batch of juice for yourself. In the next video, I'll be showing you guys a simple 3 flavor recipe which you guys can buy and try at home. Be sure to visit us in store to get started on your DIY journey, or even visit our online site. Everything you need is on there as well. Once again, I'm Mo, and do yourself a flavor at Black Flavour.